And they said, we don't want you here, go away. And I always thought something very suspicious was going on. Well, it was. About 1995, I took my father out to lunch. Gave him a couple glasses of Chardonnay, he loosened up, and I said, you know, really, I always wondered what really happened about the Castro family adobe. And he said, well, you know, and I said, come on, you know, the rumors were it got burned, it was arson. He said, yeah, it was arson, but I didn't do it. Bob Frazier was involved in it. The story was that it was burned by children. That was the official. Right. Kids playing with matches. But it was in the way, and they didn't want it, they didn't value it. Today it could have been a treasure equal to the one that San Pablo has, or any other city that's fortunate enough to have, you know, California-era adobe. And so I've always felt really bad about that, and I'm sorry that my father was involved in that. But he also, as I said, took away the remnants of the adobe, including the old family cemetery, which was next to it. And I got to watch that. I got to watch the exhumation of these really ancient caskets, some of which were still together. One had a beautiful glass top with silver filigrees holding the glass in place. And all of the bones were reinterred in a sepulchre up in Sunset Cemetery. The Baxter family of Sunset Cemetery and the Downer family of the Mechanics Bank were also investors in the plaza and were involved in the whole project. So I can speak to that. Also, Paul Hammerberg later became partners with a man named Art Herman, and they were very successful. My father collaborated with them on many projects. They built, as you said, the El Portal shopping center, which is now gone. And it was anchored by a Mervyn's, if any of you remember that. Yeah. So he had his hand in a lot of these things. And one of the reasons he was involved in that kind of construction, he was an early specialist in reinforced concrete construction. And I remember the discussion about whether or not it was supposed to look like the adobes, right? And he said, no, we're not going to do that. He was a very practical, simple builder. So thank you very much.